I'm Wolf from Healing Wolf Coaching, here to hold your hand as we cross the bridge of recovery. And as we cross that bridge, we're going to enjoy the view as much as we can. So let's take a deep breath together. Deep breath in through the nose. Fill your belly first and then your lungs. So you expand your whole torso. And then exhale slowly through your mouth. Making a sound like the wind. I once heard a phrase that the monks or the gurus would say that if you breathe very slowly, you never need a doctor. And I do believe that's the case. So today's topic, divorce the outcome, marry the process. Divorce the outcome, marry the process. Kind of catchy. And what it's talking about is if you're focused on the outcome, then that's not going to lead you to a harmonious relationship with anxiety or chronic pain or any of the other conditions listed on my website at healingwolfcoaching.com, whether it's addiction, grief, insomnia, depression, panic attacks, all that kind of stuff. We divorce the outcome, marry the process. Why do we marry the process? The process is what's going to bring us into harmony with those sensations. And that's the goal. It's like you're put into a relationship and maybe you don't want to be. Like you don't want to be in this relationship. You don't want to be in a relationship with chronic pain. No. So it's almost like an arranged marriage. Like when I visited India, a lot of the marriages there, some of the marriages, maybe it's changing a little bit as things modernize, but most marriages I think are still arranged. So it's like you're put into, suddenly you're put into a tuxedo or a gown and you're marrying someone that you don't really know. Your parents have made this decision for you. So your parents have made decisions for you. Life happens to you. Things happen to you when you're young. None of this stuff is your fault. It's all just happened to you. It's like weather. It's like life weather. Your skin color happened to you. Your eye color happened to you. Your height happened to you. You could probably stretch it a little bit. Your body type, your race, all this stuff like happens to you. And so you're in this room and you got this spouse all of a sudden and you're there and they say kiss the spouse. What if you don't want to kiss the spouse? You're not particularly happy with this spouse. You barely know this spouse. You don't know what the heck this spouse is. And then the spouse starts to poke you with a needle. And somebody says, oh, this is part of the ritual. This is good. This is like you're bringing blood to the surface. You're getting this deep union by poking each other with the needle. And so you embrace that process. And poking with the needle or getting poked with the needle is just, you're experiencing it. You relax into it and say, okay, this is happening to me. And it's kind of like those people also in India, they have big festivals where people will pierce themselves through their nose, through their arm, through their cheeks. And a lot of tribal people do this thing. So embrace the process. Alan Gordon and PRT says, trust the process. I love that. Embrace it, trust it, marry the process. Divorce the outcome means outcome independence, as in PRT, pain reprocessing therapy. Let go of that outcome. This is a very Buddhist concept. This is a very, Buddha said something like, do your best and then let go of the outcome. And what he meant was, you give your best effort and then let things unfold. You can't control the outcome. The outcome is a product of so many factors, but your mindset is the product of practicing the process and marrying the process. And that can look like doing somatic exercises, like the one that I have on my website, which you can sign up for my mailing list and download over at healingwolfcoaching.com. That's marrying the process. If you do that meditation earnestly, as I did it. I developed it, and I call those meditations that I developed returning to the temple. You're coming back to the temple of your body, and you're embodied in a way where it's like the consummation of the marriage, so to speak. You're returning to those energies within your body, and you're embracing, you're holding, you're observing, you're hugging, you're kissing, if you will, you're nurturing, you're holding that sensation in your arms. And I even have a line in there. I hold you in my arms and I carry you to calm. And you move that energy around in your body, and it lets you know, your unconscious know that it's all right, and that you can move it around. It can shift, it can change, it can do what it wants. And that leads to liberation. And that liberation is a liberation first of fear as your mindset strengthens. And then the pain will fade along with it, because as the fear disappears, then you're divorcing the outcome. You really don't care if the pain is there. Say, whatever. Like, my mood is good. Like, the pain can be there. I'm going to still feel good about being alive and enjoying as much as I can on this day, because I'm here on this magical planet, and I can breathe. I can smell things. I can eat things. I can taste something. Like, I just had a beautiful lunch with wild rice, Brussels sprouts with balsamic vinegar and walnuts. I mean, that was a beautiful experience from my mouth to have. So you can do that too. So that's all part of the process. Marry the process. Marry it. Divorce the outcome. Let go of the outcome. The outcome is inevitable if you carry on and you keep moving in the direction that makes sense, and you follow the path that's been laid out, as well as your own intuition, which in my case developed over time as I did this work, as I meditated deeply, as I did the somatic exercises, as I worked with coaches, as I trained my mind, and I trained my body as well. So, which is training the mind. I think that the number one thing about this video today is that it's not about a destination. It's not about an outcome. If that concept fades away and you just carry on in your life with the tools, with the things you're learning to do to take care of, to take care of yourself, your emotions, the sensations, then your recovery is inevitable. And I know that from experience. I know that I've seen it too many times. Like, you're gonna get through, and maybe you're already knowing that, and that's a great revelation. It feels really like, wow, when you start to feel that progress, and you're like, you got the momentum and you keep going. If you want to work with me one-on-one, head over to my website, healingwolfcoaching.com, and I'd like to have a consult call with you. So book a quick consult call, let me know what's happening for you, and we'll strategize as to the best path to move you forward. And it's really going to be an effortless process in terms of being in session with me. I'm going to guide everything. So there will be some homework when you're not with me, but when you're with me, it's a little adventure. It's a journey. It's visual. It's creative. It's relaxing. It's fun. So head on over to my website, sign up. We'll chat about it. And in the meantime, just find a way to find a little joy today. Enjoy that process. I'll see you in the next video.